Alright, Buckeye Nation and Browns fans, buckle up, because this is one of those stories where college football pride, NFL dreams, and hometown loyalty all smash together in the best way possible. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any Ohio State or NFL draft coverage. We're rolling every single week. Let's get into it. Something very interesting is happening with the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Cleveland Browns, and it's not just fans making mock drafts on Twitter. Ohio State players themselves are openly saying they want to land in Cleveland. And honestly, that wasn't always the case. For years, getting drafted by the Browns came with jokes, side eyes, and a lot of, good luck with that. But fast forward to now, and suddenly elite Buckeye prospects are looking north and saying, yeah, that actually sounds perfect. One of the biggest names fueling this conversation is wide receiver Carnell Tate. While speaking with reporters at the NFL Combine, Tate didn't dance around the question when Cleveland came up. He made it clear that staying close to Columbus would mean a lot, not just geographically but emotionally. Think about that for a second. A top-tier NFL prospect openly talking about how meaningful it would be to stay connected to Ohio State, its fans, and his teammates. That's not draft PR talk. That's genuine. Tate even pointed out something that doesn't get said enough. Ohio State fans and Browns fans overlap heavily. This isn't some forced rivalry or awkward transition. For a lot of Buckeye players, Cleveland already feels like home territory. And Tate isn't alone. Linebacker Arvil Reese, a Cleveland native, echoed those same feelings earlier in the week. For Reese, getting drafted by the Browns wouldn't just be cool, it would be personal. Growing up in Cleveland, watching NFL players, dreaming of being one of those guys kids look up to. Wearing that same uniform would bring everything full circle. This is the kind of motivation front offices love to hear. Not desperation, not entitlement, pride, purpose, identity. Now here's where things get really interesting. The Browns are walking into the upcoming NFL draft with 2 first-round picks. That alone opens the door for a lot of possibilities. And when you combine premium draft capital with Ohio State stars who are actively lobbying to be there. That's how pipelines start. But the bigger question is this: why now? Why are Buckeye players suddenly seeing Cleveland as a destination instead of a detour? A lot of it comes down to perception, and perception around the Browns has shifted dramatically over the past few seasons. One of the most talked about changes came with the arrival of quarterback Shedeur Sanders. After being overlooked by many analysts and drafted later than expected, Sanders showed up with a chip on his shoulder and something to prove. Under the influence of his father, NFL legend Deion Sanders, Shedeur brought confidence, attention, and a spotlight that Cleveland hasn't consistently had at the quarterback position. Now, is it guaranteed he's the long-term answer? Absolutely not. There's still risk. Development isn't linear, and the NFL is unforgiving. And yes, there's still the complicated situation with Deshaun Watson's massive contract hanging over the franchise. But here's the thing, the Browns aren't just a quarterback story anymore. Behind the scenes, General Manager Andrew Berry has quietly built one of the most talented rosters in the league, especially on defense. This is a unit that can win games on its own, take pressure off young players, and keep Cleveland competitive even when the offense struggles. On the coaching side, stability matters. Head coach Kevin Stefanski brought structure and credibility to a franchise that desperately needed both. And the recent addition of offensive mind Todd Monken signals that Cleveland is serious about evolving, adapting, and maximizing talent. Put all of that together, and suddenly the Browns don't feel like a rebuild anymore. They feel like an opportunity. For Ohio State players, it's almost the perfect scenario. You stay close to home. You keep your college fanbase. You join a roster that's built to compete right now. And you become part of a narrative that's changing in real time. That's powerful. This isn't about players settling. This is about players choosing Cleveland. And if the Browns actually capitalize on this, if they draft Buckeyes who already want to be there, who understand the culture, who thrive under pressure, that connection could become something special. We could be looking at the early stages of a legit Ohio State-Cleveland pipeline. One built on trust, familiarity, and mutual respect. So let me know what you think down in the comments. Should the Browns go all in on Buckeyes this draft? Would Carnell Tate or Arvil Reese be perfect fits in Cleveland? And is this the clearest sign yet that the Browns have finally turned the corner? If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with a fellow Buckeye or Browns fan. We've got more draft talk, more Ohio State coverage, and a whole lot more coming your way. I'll see you in the next one.